The title of my thoughts this morning is, You Have a Story Worth Telling. A story worth telling. The question was asked by a reporter, is this Easter going to be strange and different because you're not going to be with the congregation and churches won't be able to gather and people won't be able to be with the crowds and with the packed church buildings? And to be honest with you, it's different, but it's no different than the first Easter, to be real honest. Because as I went back and I began to read the stories of the initial first resurrection, the church of the empty tomb, that Sunday morning, at best, there were only 5 or 7 people there. It wasn't the Easter that we have today. So it's not if you just come to church and sing Kumbaya and say it's Easter Sunday. It's if you take the resurrected Sunday that happened over 2,000 years ago and you go flip the world right side up based on the hope that come out of an empty tomb. And because now our lives and our hearts are filled, you have a story that's worth telling. For that, I'm excited about what God is going to do today in your heart and in mine. As I reflect on Passion Week that we just went through and leading up to Easter Sunday morning, and I reflect on the crucifixion and the resurrection, there are certain things that stand out to me, both during the description of the crucifixion as well as those things that transpired after resurrection. I told you that my title this morning is A Story Worth Telling. A story worth telling. And it's not just the Easter story, but my friend, it's your resurrection story. The day that you were translated out of darkness into His marvelous light. The day that you said yes to Jesus for the rest of your life. God, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to take up my cross and follow you. It's one thing to know that Jesus has got out of His grave. But my friend, have you stepped out of yours yet? Have you stepped out of the grave of sin, of despair, of fear, anxiety, worry, out of the internal death that goes on inside of us? The question isn't, has Christ risen? The question is, have you risen? And today, this Easter, is the best time to ask God, I want to be in Christ and come out of the grave that I have been bound in for so long. I'm about to get excited. I better be careful.